Uh, uh, mm. Let me pull this over here. Go. And we are live.
Yo.
Peace and
Yeah.
love, everybody. We is back again for season 2 premiere. We here, MC plays. Man, we is here. We here. We got a lot to cover. We got a lot to catch up on. Early, we just gonna dive right into it. Look, we got Suffice peeking around corners.
Oh, he's here early. He's here early.
He's here early. Look. What is it? The screen is clear. The audio sound good.
Yeah.
Oh my God, scary.
Hey,
I'm on the laptop paid for by Musicoin crypto facts. Thank you, Musicoin, for upgrading my laptop.
Word.
Yeah.
Yes. So, once again, man, I'm PUP, Pan United with Passion, hip hop conscious artist, Musicoin ambassador. We got Neil to my right. We got Suffice. I had to look at the screen to make sure which side you was on. We got Suffice at the bottom left. And we got our special guest in the building, DJ Lethal
Skillz.
At the bottom
Salute.
right. And we is about to get in. We about to talk about, Musicoin, catch everybody up, catch the fans up on Musicoin, what's going on with the platform. We got, we're going to dive into this interview with DJ Skillz. Yeah. We here. We got T-Man in the building.
Get your orange slices. I got my orange right here. We about to go in.
Come on in, hit the like button. We is back again. So, let's go ahead and let's get started. Suffice, how's it been going?
So my name's Suffice, the rap poet Kaim. I'm doing great. I got the rap poet shirt on. For those who don't know, I also have the one with the logo, selling that, selling the courses. I'm selling Make It Full Time, which is an online course. So we'll talk about how I'm making my living with Musicoin, as well as workshops and shows. Just simple tricks that, like, I'm all over the place as an artist. So if these things work for me, they'll probably work for people that are more organized. So that's Making It Full Time. That's my merch. I also have a new album called Self Control. And I'm actually releasing the tracks first on Musicoin. So I release a track on Musicoin. Every time I get like 2,000 plays, then I release the next track. So if you want to buy the whole album, go ahead, check out my website, Rap Poets. But if you just want to help me put it out for free, help me get them 2,000 spins, and we're up to track 4 right now, which is really dope. And aside from that, like, I'm just so excited to introduce my next co-host, which is Pup, the creator of the theme song for Musicoin Plays. MC Plays. And you're coming out with a webinar. You got some interesting things, so go into that real quick.
Yes, of course. So we've been working, man, building up with Musicoin. I have the Food for You campaign running right now on Musicoin, where you press play on the song I Need, and every spin, every play is a free donation going right back to For Unity. It's a non-profit organization that's hosting an event called #Food for You, where we'll be giving back to the homeless. We're going to be providing mental health resources, job resources, and entertainment, and all within the park. Just a great event giving back to the community, and it's being done utilizing Musicoin.
And it's so brilliant because a lot of times I know we as artists, we're empaths and we're compassionate, and we see all these charities and we want to give, but we're like, oh, I just gave to this and money. But this way, all you have to do is click play, and it generates money in the form of coin that you can then use for this charity. So you don't have to worry about, oh, I just donated to this. Just go. It takes you 2 minutes to play the track, and you're done.
Most definitely.
Like 3,000 last time I checked. A little bit over 3,000 plays,
so
right?
we are over 3,000. Thanks to everybody that has pressed play. Thank you to everybody that has made donations. This is so I'll tell you right now what we up to. Go back, and I'll actually show the song for the family where they can actually see exactly how it looks. Musicoin has updated the website.
While he's popping that up, I want to clarify. I really did buy the laptop I'm using right now off of Musicoin Place.
Right.
Okay? So I have officially, which we'll talk about wallets and things like that later in the show, but I've officially figured out and streamlined how to like make my money through Plays, send it to a wallet, convert it to Bitcoin, and then take it out in cash. And it's funny, when I first tried to do it, it was taking me like a week. And I was like, oh, this isn't as fast as PayPal, what have you. What it was is I didn't confirm my email. I was waiting for one of my wallets, and the wallet had a security feature. It said, you got to confirm that you want to take out the money. So it's actually a security feature that I just didn't click. So I saw these emails. I said, oh, I clicked that, and the money came straight out. And then I put it in my bank, and it was the next day. So this stuff works just as fast as PayPal. I can confirm that.
That is the testimony. I'm telling you, we got live testimony. All of us have testimonies. And I mean, here's another, clear, example that will be another testimony. When these funds are being used to feed the homeless. Now we have 32.3 thousand MC coins being donated. So this is where you can go and press play. We are up to 3,200 plays. Look at all the tips from the Musicoin supporters and ambassadors. Shout out Sound Phaser, shout out Toyo, Frank Dunna. Here I go and be saying names again. but also, our other co-hosts, we gotta get to our co-host DJ CW.
Yeah, control weirdness.
DJ CW now.
Hey, you took your time, didn't you? Yeah. Welcome back.
We need you to go through every one of them vinyl records behind you, bro. Tell us about your history.
Okay, starting with this corner. Yeah, no. You ain't got the bandwidth. You ain't got the bandwidth, Shout out to Suffice's laptop. It's good to see he's coming good. We're worried there. Yeah, man, good to be back. I've actually got new music out on like this format, new radical format. You can play it with like a weird sort of needle thing. It spins round. Doesn't take ages to buffer straight away. Yeah, it's vinyl. Two of these. Presence Unknown is my new label, vinyl. So that's what I've been up to, really.
Wow.
Making loads of weird music. Yeah, as per usual.
Listen. That I'm telling you, the history that CW got is I'm telling you, is valuable to music. You don't understand.
And you adding on to it.
Yeah.
How many did you press up?
Just 300 copies of each. So that's that's sort of standard now, really.
Okay.
Like back in the day, I could sell like 1,000 copies of a vinyl record, and that was all right, Right. But 300 is like a standard sort of thing. I mean, I don't know if any of you still buy vinyl, but in my sort of scene in London, there's still loads of record shops. There's still like a whole scene, and I know we're all about the crypto and the Musicoin, but my culture is built around vinyl and physical music as much as the streaming is part of it. But I still.
Well, that's how I started making beats,
Yeah.
And rhymes, I was just listening to some stuff, digging in the crates, some stuff I produced back in the day, and I found some crazy joints, and I was like, wow, I really that gave me my sensibility,
Yes. Yeah. I mean, but still, it always brings it back to this is where it started, man. This is where music really began. I mean, when we really starting to buy records and buy our favorite music, it started there. And just to be able to have, he shows that on the show, on the crypto show, when we're in the future on the street, you know what I'm saying? Like, started from there to here. I'm telling you, it brings it into like a full circle, T-Man in the chat says he still gets his vinyl secondhand.
There we go.
Yeah. Shout out to everybody in the chat. We gotta engage. We gotta engage with everybody on the chat, man. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Make sure you drop any questions, any comments. You're gonna get your name. You hear your name and your comment shouted out on the show. So make sure you talk to us. So hey, let's get into this interview. We got a very, very special guest. A powerful guest. you know, and he is right now on the other side of the world, you know, it's like in the middle of the night. It's look, afternoon over here. But let's welcome our global master ambassador, DJ Lethal Skillz.
Salute. Thank you for having me on the show. Salute, everyone.
It's a pleasure. It's a pleasure to have you here, man. We got so much to talk about. So much
to talk about. This brother is doing a lot.
Yes. I
Salute
mean,
to you all.
Where do we get started? I mean, how about we get an introduction from you, a clear introduction from you, know who you are, you know, your beginnings of as far as music, and then, you know, how you got into crypto.
Well, I'll make it as short as possible. First of all, thanks for having me on the premiere. Big shout out to Pop, CW, Self-Suffice. We're missing one more person, yes, Daniel.
Our brother Daniel. He's out in. He'll be on the next episode though, most definitely.
What up? So yeah, my journey with music started when I was very young. I'm originally born in Beirut, Lebanon, which is in the Middle East. I was born during the Civil War, so there was a lot of war around us. So music was my alternative sound. So when there was war and whatnot, I used to just put my Walkman and listen to like Michael Jackson or Sir Mix-a-Lot or whatever tapes accessible around me around that time when I was young, growing up. So music was with me as a alternative sound. And then growing up, I started getting into music. You know, I got into hip hop mainly when I heard Rocket, Herbie Hancock, just so you know which era I come from. And,
mix the DST on the scratch.
Yes.
Here you go.
Fresh. Come on. Talk about it.
And yeah, that's how I got inspired by hip hop, like the you know, Grandmaster DXT, like CW just mentioned, the breakdancing, the whole culture. Then it grew up with me. You know, we started having MTV in the Middle East, broadcasting on TV. Then I was watching Yo MTV Raps, and I love music. I used to listen to rock and everything.
So they had Yo MTV Raps in the Middle East.
Yeah, like late 80s, early 90s. I remember I was watching the DMC battle, the DJ battle back in 1987. Cash Money was live, and I saw him. I was a little bored. Yeah, man. Yeah. Wow. And that's how I was touched by hip hop. So, which brings me up, growing up, being, you know, around a lot of political tension, wars, sectarianism, a lot of divisions, and you know, music was a great thing to bring people together, send our message, have a voice, and empower us to, you know, disregard the war and you know, just do music because we love music.
Quick question to actually stay right there, where hip hop is in the Middle East in the 90s, you know, like now this is at a time where, you know, did the hip hop culture start growing? Did you see it start growing in the Middle East like at that time also?
Yeah.
Or was it just, you know, a very isolated thing? That's what I mean.
Actually, it started, hip hop in the Middle East started in like mid 90s, you can say. But when we started doing hip hop back then, we were imitating American hip hop. And in Lebanon, we speak French. So also the French rap is very big in the Middle East and countries that they speak French, like I Am and NTM and these kind of like, you know, like real hip hop, you know, also about French. So they started imitating East Coast and West Coast hip hop when it started in Lebanon, like, you know, and they were divided. But then later when we started learning about hip hop beyond the music as a empowering tool that you can use to rebuild communities, empower people and whatnot, then we started translating hip hop to Arabic. In a way, I started sampling Arabic music to bring it back in a hip hop format. Rappers started being encouraged to write in Arabic. When we started, if you rap in Arabic, people used to make fun of you. Oh, look at this wannabe rapper trying like American people, wannabe American, you know? But then it evolved. It started becoming, you know, you have different flavors of Arabic rap, and which will lead to something else we're going to share on the show.
Right. The globalization and the localization process, which is authentic to all hip hop, right? You got hip hop in the Bronx, you got hip hop in California, and KRS ain't gonna do it like Snoop Dogg, and Snoop Dogg's not gonna do it like KRS.
Definitely. Each one has his role. Each one has his part that he's filling. You know, some is entertaining, some is educating, some is you know, mumbling, whatever doing.
And you know, if you are an Arabic speaking country and you don't end up having someone speaking Arabic, then I question, this is a debate I have with some other professors, but I question if you're really practicing hip hop as a culture. right?
Totally
Because
agree
we
with
never
you.
wanted you to sound like me. We wanted you to be able to
100%.
use the tools that I have, regardless of your network and your financial situation, to represent.
100%. Because this is what I tell, like when we do workshops, like in America, there's 1,000,001, if not even more, dope rappers. Why would you think, for example, they would want to go to Palestine and pick a Palestinian rapper rapping in broken English? I mean, or, you know, very like basic words, or not like, you know, better stick to your own and show color
What
and
about the
like.
music? What about the music as well then? Is that authentic, or is that, because obviously that's another facet of hip hop, like.
Great
Yeah,
question.
definitely.
Right.
Sampling.
Because we sample Middle Eastern samples all the time, right? From
Yeah,
Jay-Z on down and
oh
up.
yeah, you know,
Well, I mean, is there a
definitely.
Middle Eastern flavor to the beats, or is there something that's,
Yes.
you know?
That's
You
right.
know, we have different parts. There is Arabic hip hop. There's a whole segment and category of music called Arabic hip hop,
Okay.
and there is people who like do inspired music by other producers. You know, but we do have our own authentic Arabic hip hop music as beats, musically talking, and raps. Even graffiti and all the elements followed to be localized in each different country. The graffiti and you know, the break dancing, for example, in my country, in my home country, Lebanon, we have a traditional dance called dabke. They do it for hundreds of years, which is some kind of a battle in dancing.
Okay.
You jump, step. So
I
when
think
we
I've
were
seen that.
to break dancing, it wasn't very new for us. It was just like a different way of battling, you know, using different moves. But the art and the ideology of battling as art was in our culture from before. Even graffiti, we used to write during the war on the walls, like different political movements. They go and, you know, they do tags, and then they tag over the tag. It's our area, no, it's our area. That, so when we introduced the graffiti,
That's, if you go into the caves in the middle of France,
here you go.
they're graphing there about 5,000 years ago. So it's the oldest thing in the world, isn't it, to scrawl something on a wall?
100%, 100%.
So it was more of a connection to what people are going through in other countries than a new idea.
True. So to sum it up, hip hop is there. There's a huge, unfortunately, the infrastructure technologically, like when it comes to internet, in the Middle East, it's not 100%. It's either very expensive and very slow, and some countries, they don't even have a proper internet access. So I'm hoping.
So how did you start transitioning from someone who got this? You saw your MTV. I mean, you had a similar experience to a lot of cats growing up in America. Really, if you were seeing these things, like if they was coming out in the 80s and 90s, a lot of us was growing up at that time. So how did you
watching the same shows and videos, right?
Started rapping, and then obviously now you're a DJ, you're a producer, you're an ambassador. You've worked with some of the greatest international artists that I've worked with at some of the shows I've done that I followed before I even knew you. So how did you transition from being a fan to being like a local practitioner? Just real quick, what was it
like? Honestly,
yeah,
like the platform when I first started was like, you know, your school and you know, the clubs in your neighborhood, and it started like that. It was more passion and all about the music, like carrying your records and just going somewhere and you just want to play. That drive that I have, I still have it to today. I still do what I do for the love, and everything that comes with it is a blessing. You know, I never look for fame. I never look to, like, you know, I just want to live out of my music. I just want to express myself musically. So it started with events and being on a radio show. I started doing radio DJ at a very young age back in a pirate radio in Lebanon. And I can relate to CW. I know in the UK, there's plenty of pirate radios and whatnot.
Yeah, man. I'd love to hear some Lebanese pirate radio. That sounds amazing.
No, definitely. We're gonna definitely, like, you know, build off that, and I will share with you some music.
I got my background check with the pirate radio too. I know about that life.
But this is one of the mad things in London. You can just be driving about, and there's certain areas of London, you will just hear some nationality doing a weird pirate radio.
Wow.
I remember we were driving through Shepherd's Bush in West London, and we just come across this mad station. It was playing like weird Arabic music, but it only seemed to be happening in these two streets. And we parked the car up just listening to it. And we're like, we knew that someone in that area had some aerial that was broadcasting. It was crazy what they were playing on that, but then it's just that sort of thing, you know.
Interesting, yeah. So and as a platform, it was mainly performing and radio, and then with the coming of the internet that came to the Middle East in mid-90s, 1995, because I'm a geek, I'm into technology and whatnot, so I joined the first internet company in Beirut, and I was in the technical department. So I joined the internet when it first started, and I joined the MySpace, ICQ. I started doing websites back in mid-90s. So technology definitely helped me out a lot to transition to another outlet. to share my music, skipping forward all the way to learning about blockchain, which I've been on it for like the past year of my life. It's been a great entry to a new area of technology, especially as a musician or a content creator, not necessarily as a musician.
Yep.
It's just there's so many opportunities to make money out there and to push your music or your art or whatever you love. If you like to blog about record collection, you can do that, and there's people who would pay you for that. You can monetize your content and you can earn. I was struggling so much with Spotify before, YouTube monetizing my channel, how I can earn from the content that I'm doing. I'm tired from just getting likes on Instagram and Facebook. I mean, I needed to translate to something I can really like secure myself from and whatnot. It wasn't possible until the blockchain and the Musicoin, the streaming platforms, Steam it, like all these kind of social media platforms. So yeah, that's to sum up. Mix
now,
of
as to bring it back, where you say you were really struggling on like Spotify and iTunes and things of that nature, like why do you think that? Why is it hard for independent artists to actually see I would say a positive impact on these platforms, even with their, say I know you have your own fan base, and your fan base go and stream your music, but what they pay you, I guess, do you see that what they pay you wasn't enough, or is it that the platforms don't do enough for the artists? What do you think was the issue?
Like, I'm definitely not going to put Spotify. They have a dope platform. It's a great technology. A lot of musicians around the world use it and try to live out of it. But honestly, after I learned about how much you can earn from the blockchain, like I can monetize one of my songs on Musicoin. And in 4 months, I made more than my previous 2 albums I released in like freaking 5 past years. Like, I mean,
Right.
and that was around December or whatnot. Musicoin, value in the market, like other crypto, was higher. So at that time, it was the highest paying profit per stream. So that was crazy, I mean, and even I can monetize on, like, I'm just gonna do another example. Like I'm heavy on Steemit. It's for those who don't know what is Steemit, it's like a social media platform, or maybe more of a blogging platform that you can monetize your content for 7 days, and after 7 days you get paid in Steem crypto, similar to Musicoin crypto. And that thing, you can, like you said earlier, Suffice, you can convert it, you can cash it out, or trade it with another crypto. So for me, what I really love about Musicoin, it's the entry for non-technical people who are non-financial, non-technical, non-developers to understand blockchain, start earning some crypto and learning about this new world. Because for me, I see the blockchain is like the new internet. It reminds me back in '95 when I joined the internet, and then I had to go explain to people what's the benefit of having a website.
Right. And like the internet, there's a lot of people, once they saw where the money goes, there's a lot of weird people coming up with this coin and that coin and scam coin every day.
Yeah.
But, then people go, well, the whole thing is a scam. And it's just like the internet. Is the internet a scam? Is Google.com a scam? It's not. No. Like, so.
They used to say that.
They used
in 1995.
Well, Google might be a scam,
Don't
but
touch that internet thing.
Once you know what blockchain is, you realize it's like the internet. It's not a company. It's a technology that would be ridiculous. It would be like not using light bulbs anymore.
Yeah, definitely. Not compared. That definitely.
But let me ask you this: on the crazy side, were you on when I joined? Musicoin was at 7 cents. Have you seen? Were you on Musicoin when it was at 7 cents a play? There's been some kind of high points. That was crazy.
Yes, that was crazy though. I mean, it's good to see the progression, and I know for what's coming, we're gonna even be way ahead of where we are now, as much as we have reached. I mean, I don't know if we can mention the new thing that's coming up on mobiles or something like that, but I mean, there's big things happening in Musicoin in the back end.
Know this show, we talk about whatever. Whether we're supposed to talk about it or not, we're gonna get to it.
We have those.
What I'll say is the internet, when I first got on there, it was early 90s, late 80s. Because I worked in computers in the 80s, but that was the whole point. It was this free sort of environment. They have been trying to control the internet. There's all the net neutrality and all that sort of stuff.
Yep.
So there is an element of, Google are running things and they do want all the searches. It used to be a lot more democratic. So it's like fighting your way through all that. So it is. So the question is blockchain going to break through all that, or will that go the same sort of way? People trying to control it and Right.
Now, I mean, we brought up the price. The price right now is now below 1 cent, is now at 0.0065.
Yeah.
So you know we're about a half a cent. You know, and when, as you brought up, when Self-Suffice got in, and also when I started using Musicoin, it was at 7 cents. And I know that at the peak, when the whole entire market was at its peak, every coin was super high, and Bitcoin was all the way at 20,000. Musicoin was at 11 cents, if I'm not mistaken,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, I remember when it was 11. Yeah.
I mean, so what does this really mean? What does it mean for the, you know, for us and the viewers, you know,
But one thing it means
price
is,
going up and down like that?
I'm not gonna say any names, but I know some people about to buy a whole bunch of music. Because what's funny is it's still like right now at this price, it's still like 3-4 times what I would get on Spotify, right?
Okay.
And Spotify pays better than half of the other platforms, right? So Spotify is like my second favorite platform. But this is still at its low, paying 3-4 times that, right? So this is at its low, and it's about to go back up because it's fluctuating around a cent right now, a cent to 2 cents. Like that's one thing we know. A lot of people are gonna. Same principles apply to any investment: buy low, sell high.
Right.
But one thing I will say is, I think this is a hard part for musicians in particular. I don't want to go into it too long. We can talk about it later. But just to say that, like, there are so many scams out here, right? In terms of crypto, not blockchain per se, but currencies per se. Anything with money, when people get into it, they want to like just get more money than they actually earn, right? So with so many coins that are based on investing and making money,
Yes.
and then you have a crypto like this that's actually based on a service.
Yes.
Like most musicians here haven't even cashed out their wallets. They're just really commenting and showing love and making artists and collaborating, right? So when they do go to sell, what they're doing is selling for like a low price. And one thing I will say is I think we need to, like, you know, everyone knows we're not marketers in Musicoin. We need to work on our marketing. One thing we really need to tell artists is, yo, when you go to cash out your coin every week or every month or 3 months, whatever, if you want to wait as long as the other platforms, because like Lethal was saying, like the other platforms take 4 months to pay you. Musicoin pays you that day. If you want to cash out every week, whatever, sell high. Don't sell like below the price it's selling, because what you do is you lower the price for yourself, making more coins. And I think a lot of musicians, since they're not thinking of money, they don't realize like we control the price, unlike these other music platforms where it's set. We control the price based on how high we sell it, right?
You know what? You make a great point right there, and I also, you know, want to clarify for the people. You know, this is a great idea that he's sharing. It's not financial advice or anything like that. You know, it's a great idea.
Yeah.
You know, he ain't telling you how to trade or sell anything. You know what I'm saying?
He's my financial advisor, Self-Suffice.
you know, but that right, that's a great point you just made.
Yeah.
So take heed. If you listening, take heed. You know what I'm saying? That would, you know.
But that's a good
It can go up and
segue
go
back
down, don't they say? Yeah.
back to Lethal in your journey, right? Two things that I want to talk about. Parallel to hip hop kind of starting out as a lot more conscious and then getting commodified, right? Just like crypto gets as this brilliant idea, right? It couldn't come up from mercenaries. It had to come up with people who were interested in technology and math. But then people used it for one thing or the other. That's a lot of how American hip hop is right now. Most of the pop stuff that comes up is very surface area. It's more safe for kind of the white prejudice ideas of black people as coons, as opposed to more of the messages that we had and that we weren't getting to speak, right? Hip hop was a place where we could speak intelligently. One, how did you connect with all of these great other artists? Is there like a tight-knit community of Arabic MCs and producers in hip hop? How'd you get into that? And two, did you find yourself having a conflict as Arabic hip hop became a bigger subgenre with being political or having a message or being about money and entertainment?
Well, I like the questions. Well, the first one, mainly how I connected with all these great artists that I got to meet in my musical journey so far. All I remember, I was just like grinding all the time. All the time I'm in the studio. All the time I'm working with rappers. All the time I'm making beats or I'm performing or I'm, you know, just, you know, when you're hungry for music and you want to do it.
Right.
And as people see your grind and they like what you do and you're consistent, eventually doors starts opening and you start bumping into people and you see opportunities. There's no like a know-how. It just happens throughout the journey. It's just like if somebody's consistent and always creating, eventually nothing but great things is going to come back. You're going to harvest at some point of that. So that's how I met with everyone. And I'm a computer engineer.
Do you feel there is a tight-knit community of Arabic hip-hop, or do you feel like it's just really you happen to hook up with some other dope?
For me, a special case because I'm one of the first people who started making Arabic hip hop in the whole Middle East. Back in '95, we were like, I don't want to say, but some people call us like the godfather of Arabic hip hop. I don't like these titles. Oh, what it is like we're the first people who were like, yo, what about we rap in Arabic and see how it sounds? Right. And then we did the first song and it was a hit and we have a video for it. That was my first video was released back in 1997. I still have it on YouTube, actually. You can see me as a little kid, like, you know, rapping and whatnot. And I was scratching on the turntable. And in the Middle East, we don't have a lot of scratch DJs. So also, that was a plus. And then when I started making beats, people already know of me. So in a way, once you have your credentials in the industry or you have your respect, it's easier for people to approach you and, like, you know, get opportunities. But in general, if you just grind hard and you always try to master your craft, you know, you make shit happen. That's it. It's as simple as that.
I mean, and speaking of the artists that you connect with, I would like to share the screen real quick and give, you know, the people, you know, an example of
let's hear some music,
some Arabic hip hop. And, you know, you could break down who's on this in this video and on this track. If give a little introduction for them, you know.
Word. So this track is called Anghami Cypher. Anghami is something like Spotify in the Middle East. It's like the biggest streaming platform that we have in the Middle East region. And they funded this project, which was run by one of my homies called the Big Hass. He owns a blog and a hip-hop radio show from Saudi Arabia. So he brought these artists together and he wanted to make like a unity, showing unity and exposing and showcasing Arabic hip-hop culture, because it's we have different flavors from different countries. So in this track, we have 9 different MCs. We have rappers from Beirut, from Saudi Arabia, from LA, Cairo, Montreal, Palestine, Malaysia, Amsterdam, Dubai, and London. It features people from Low Key in the UK, to Shaybuba, Saudi Arabia, Omar Effendim, the Narsi. Yeah, she's Algerian, Canadian, Ad Abbas, Deep from Egypt, and Mukata from Palestine. And I did the scratching on the thing. And the producer is from Canada. He's Iraqi Canadian. His name is Sandhill. So the beautiful thing about this track, it brought all these people together to create this, you know, musical piece. And yeah, you can. I don't know if anything else you want to know about. You can play it a bit if you want. Let them.
That was a powerful introduction. I'm excited to actually hear it, family. This song is actually 7 minutes and 57 seconds long. So if you want to check out the full song, listen to the full song, the link will be in the description. The link is in the description. I'm gonna put it in the description right after we listen to it. I'm gonna play a little bit of it right now, though.
نعلش مطلوب خامد وصادر والشي حقك بس مو لك فساد راي بس بدون شك الخرب مو زد طنش هد موسى شتان ما بين الحق والباطل الزين والشين فدو صب دي جمبر ودي كمرة كل شي بين عكسوا المفاهيم فصار
hey, yo, I'm peacefully pompous, knowing where I'm going while you reach for your compass. Water wheel flow, leave them leaking unconscious. Blows to the head from the نواعير. عاصي نهري, I am the pride of Hamas. Sky's the limit in the عالي السما. The دم شققي ثقفي luckily was never worried about what would be if record labels will sign me. I'm bound and
عم بيقطع قدام عيونه وعم بيتغطى عالشغلة سخيفة بالحبس عم بتدبر لو في مصلحة تلاقي رقابة عم تغطى بيفيقوا بس الشارع ينهض يضبط الصيحة الصادقة ما تطلع.
It is scared on the whole of the level that they calling as the mental. Plug, we walk, open Lord is better. All I need is one beat on stage, we're all free on the front page.
قصتك مش ظابطة مع شكل إصابتك كيف خابطك لما بتكتشف بالصدفة مني اللي ضابطك مني ضرابطك حامل يافطة رافضك عندك حافظة ضابطك عشتك فرطة مش لحالك كل عصابتك عدوك عدوي ما بتخ.
Hey, I don't know what he said, but I know he just ripped it.
Fire.
He is killing it. That's Mukata from Palestine.
Yo, and that's just half of the track. Like, this ain't just one of those, hey, let's get a bunch of Arabic rappers. Like, if you were a hip-hop head and you listen to this track, you're going to be like, oh, Okay.
Yeah.
Salute.
Yeah. Like this is the elites of Arabic rap in the region coming together to put this track out. You know, with one of the top producers and me on the turntables. I mean, it's a deadly combination. I love the track, and I'm glad you guys digging it. So big up. You know,
you did it for real.
Do they have other forms of like hip hops or like? I mean, do they have like grime and stuff like that? Is that stuff?
Yeah, we do have Arabic trap. They do have grime. They do have you know, some drum and bass. Like there's a lot of people who experiment with.
Correct.
I'd love to hear some Arabic grime, man. I'd love to hear some Arabic.
Man.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but
yeah, wow.
Even if you go to the,
I'd love to hear that. Yeah.
If you go to the end of that track, which I did, listen to the whole track. There's one of the rappers is from the UK, and he spits that grimy grime.
I'm sure you know him, CW. It's low key.
Garagey grime.
Oh, low key. Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Like,
low key's on the track.
I was like,
yeah, cool.
I'm like, bro, you got everything on this track. Right here, low key, bad man.
Wow.
Might splatter for hype challenger. Malaga to Canada, panic a slide manager. Rhymes passengers like daggers, slice amateurs. My status is Titanic, quite hazardous. High cameras try tracking us, life's labyrinth. Rhymes traps to us like maths to Pythagoras. My stamina's high caliber, try catching up. I climb ladders just to drop knowledge from top scholars. I'm not modest, top dollars, calling up a rock solid. God's when it's truth in the
Turn that off. He bodied it. I need to go listen to that track.
I gotta go listen to that. I can't wait till after the show. I'm really about to. I want to turn it up loud on the monitor. Yeah. And really give it a listen.
Yo, can we ask our listeners to do something right now?
Yeah, let's do that.
Can we ask our listeners to hit these artists? Lethal.
Actually, I just sent PUP. I just sent you all the hashtag Twitters of the artists on the track. Maybe we can run a tweet right now. Say you're live on Musicoin, and maybe they can join the YouTube chat and we can chat with them. My aim is to bring all these Arab rappers on Musicoin, honestly, but I know from the Middle East, the infrastructure is not yet there, so they might have problems with connecting and whatnot.
Hey, man, they sparked the Arab Spring. They could spark the Musicoin Summer.
Actually, this is the second part of your question. It's the Arab Spring that brought a lot of attention on Arabic hip-hop. We've been doing that since the mid-90s, but we needed a big crisis. The crisis was bad, but in a way for hip-hop, it was good because the CNN came, all these like big news TVs all coming, and they started looking at this alternative sound and the new Arab youth and revolution, and it brought so much light and attention to what we've been already doing. So it just freaking blew up. So it took a crisis by accident to really bring the spotlight on Arabic hip hop and make it explode even beyond the underground.
Wasn't that partly aided by technology, the Arab Spring? I mean, I don't know, like all the Twitter and all the communication, or?
Yeah. Actually, I met most of these rappers from the internet during MySpace time in the beginning, like, you know, like Boycott Mukata, the one you said he's rapping with the guys with the gas mask. Yeah. I met him over MySpace. Yeah. And I just downloaded his music without even talking to him. I added some scratches. Yeah. And then I sent it back to him, and then he fell in love. And he's like, "Yo, bro, we have an album. Would you like to be on it?" I'm like, "Fuck yeah, let's do it. I'll send you some beats." And I started collaborating with people using MySpace back then. So
exactly, man. That is the beauty of that. Yeah.
Would you say the message is still very like integrity, socially conscious? Because you just had a track with all these elites, and they all sound like they were spitting about like integrity and
like, you know, these are like the veterans of the scene. So definitely they're all mature in life. They're married with kids. They're wise. They've been through a lot. So obviously they try to use the music as a positive inspiration, but unfortunately doesn't appeal a lot to the new generation. The new generation needs the easier, nonsenseless kind of
just content, like in America,
and like just repeat. And so in a way, real hip hop is struggling everywhere, but always you have people who appreciate expression and reality, and you know, and they want to bounce it and hear it.
Of course.
So there is something for everything. Not all Arabic hip hop is like that. We do have a lot of commercial and pop, like trap sounding, commercial stuff. Kids talking about just like smoking up and chilling, and broke up with his girlfriend and rapping about whatever his neighbor upstairs.
You're gonna get that everywhere. That's part of the deal.
Definitely. Definitely. But in general, it's conscious hip hop. In general, if I want to say the majority of our quality of music is conscious rap. Yeah.
Okay.
We don't have a lot of trash hip hop. Yeah.
So the balance is still more on that side.
We beat them. That's why. Don't see
you said to us before as well, it's not just Muslims, there's a right mixture of faiths and cultures, isn't there?
Yeah, you know, the Middle East is very rich culturally. We have, you know, the Middle East, we have Jewish people, Christian, Islam, we have a lot of different sects within each other religions. So you have a lot of richness in music when it comes to approaching
So
music.
let me get the Musicoin spring going on right here. Before we go into the next question, I have a challenge for all of our listeners. If you're watching live right now on YouTube, or if you've been watching the archive, we're gonna shout out some of the artists on this track. They are not yet aware of Musicoin. We want to tell them that we are totally excited about hearing their Arabic hip hop. We think that'll be a great contribution to the community. DJ Lethal Skillz is already pioneering, as he was a pioneer of Arabic hip hop. You know, he's already pioneering Musicoin. It's an easy way where we can share revenues with no middlemen. You can put up a track with 9 people and it'll automatically pay each of them. Let's go ahead, listeners. If you're with us, I want you to hit these people up on Twitter, Instagram. Let's see how many of them we can invite with a message of just embracing into the community of artists and technology. And let's start with who's the first person we should have everybody invite to Musicoin?
Omar Effendim, definitely.
Omar Effendim. Okay, so I'm tagging him right now.
Omar Effendim. All you have to say is, I saw you on MC Plays or Musicoin TV.
Yeah.
I saw you.
So
on
while he's typing the name, I just want to say something. I know you guys know, but for those who are watching, soon we're releasing an app, phone app, and this is going to be a big game changer. It's already being worked on, and we're already doing the tests. Once this comes up, for me as a DJ, for example, or as a rapper, you can have the phone app with your barcode of your Musicoin account on it. So if anyone want to donate or tip you while you're performing live, it's much easier. You can just so you can invite your friends to join Musicoin, and you can get tips live on the event immediately.
Wow.
I mean, there's so many new doors. You can buy tickets for festivals through the app using the Musicoin token.
Really?
So Musicoin is moving beyond just being this token for artists you get your music played. Actually, it's moving more towards becoming a utility token that can function even outside of the Musicoin platform.
I'm gonna use that for my course then. Artists can pay for my course with that.
You should come to one of my workshops, bro.
Yes. Well, I mean, yeah, speaking of that, you do host a number of workshops. Can talk about that. Talk about your workshops. I mean, we told you, family, he do a lot in this industry.
Like honestly, like before being an ambassador of Musicoin.
Wait, hold up. Cause I want the listeners to follow the challenge. Just name all the artists on that track real quick. Omar Effendim, who's next?
Okay, if you want to make it easier, I just sent a message on the chat in this room, on this Zoom, with all their hashtags on Twitter. Maybe I can send it to you. You can copy paste it to him.
He hasn't sent it yet. It's going to send it. Yeah.
Is it on the
send
Zoom?
it on now. I think that'd be good, man.
You can just copy and paste, and you have all of them in one message.
Just shout some of their names, so if they watch this, they know you shouted them out.
I want to give a big shout out to Omar Effendim, in LA, Bukulthum, Miriam Sassi, Narsi, Ad Abbas, Deeb, Mukata, Shebuba, and definitely Low Key. And big shout out to my brother Big Hats for making this project happen. It took so long, and I know it wasn't easy, but we pulled it through, and I'm very proud and happy to be part of it. So I hope to see all of you join us on Musicoin. I'm coming tomorrow. I'm flying to the Middle East. I'm going to be for a month away. I'm going to be running a lot of Musicoin activities over there. So stay on the lookout on my social media. I'm going to be sharing details about locations and time where I'm going to be hosting stuff. And I would love to see, even beyond the people we mentioned, anyone interested in the Middle East.
You heard it. So make sure you send them the tweets, the Facebook, the Instagram. A lot of them are on Facebook too. I just hit some of them up. Let them know that we love their track and we want to hit more, and we embrace them and making our community more diverse in a way that the traditional music industry does not really celebrate as much diversity.
101% can be said better.
So back to your workshops.
Yeah.
So. Yeah, I was just saying, before becoming a Musicoin ambassador, I'm truly, when I first tried Musicoin, when I first joined it, I fell in love with the platform. I love the fact that when I click play, a record comes up, a vinyl, and his CW is going to be happy. A vinyl comes up and starts spinning with the artwork of my track. I mean, the interface I really felt touched, it's a digital vinyl on crypto. I'm like, shit, this looks like crypto digging. You go crate digging, now we go on Musicoin and we dig crypto songs, hosted on the blockchain. So I fell in love with the interface. I like the fact that you get paid instantly. What made it easy for me, Musicoin, is the licensing. How you want to split profits across, especially I work as a producer, I collaborate with a lot of artists. So this function, the smart contracts, make my life easy to split profits equally once we agree on everything with everyone. It was so easy. You don't need to understand the music distribution laws or how record label operates to license and get your music out there. It was just a few clicks and I'm bang, I released my first track. And bang, after 1 week, I have all these music coins rolling. I mean, you know, that I go cash it out and I see I have real money. I'm like, whoa, that shit works. And then I kept pushing and promoting and talking about Musicoin until later I got scouted and I was chosen as Artist of the Week. That was like last December. I was Artist of the Week for 1 week. That was around the time I did a new remix for Rap Crypto, which was our crypto song from last year with MC Vandal. He's a Canadian veteran rapper also. A big shout out to Van Digital. Also, if you're seeing this, he's already on Musicoin, so it's all good. Just upload more music. And yeah, it's been a great journey. And now here we are. We are representing like with you fellas. We're all doing representing the Musicoin and spreading the love out there. You know, getting more people to join.
Just and not to cut you off, but you also, you know, have the hip hop, the blockchain official music video out.
True. These are our my recent projects that I work on. This song is a hip hop blockchain anthem. It's by Van Digital. He's from Canada, as I mentioned, and this was the whole video was funded by crypto, but wasn't funded by Musicoin. This was funded through Steemit. Right. So we have done a fundraising on Steemit talking about our initiative, Hip Hop the Blockchain. Just to mention what is Hip Hop the Blockchain quickly, it's an entertainment program hosted on the blockchain, and we're us coming from a hip hop background, and we're in the crypto and the blockchain. We try to bridge these worlds, and we present it in entertainment. So when me and Vanda we go do our workshops, I can do a presentation, and then in the middle of it, Vanda will come and rap a lyric video of Rap Crypto or Hip Hop the Blockchain, and then we come back. So anyway, when I show people we're real musicians, I'm not here being paid by Musicoin to go sell it for you. I'm not selling it for you. Yeah. I'm on it, and it works for me, and I'm doing money, and it's helping me make more music. And I love music, and I'm here to share it with you. That's it. It works, you know. And the only way to find out, you need to try it for yourself. So yeah, that was Hip Hop the Blockchain. We talk about the blockchain and hip hop format. I made the beat.
The revolution gonna start on the blockchain. About to put my name on the blockchain. Create a work of art with the blockchain. To make some real change with the blockchain. In the future we unite on the blockchain. To decentralize with the blockchain. It's time to make our mark with the blockchain. So let's go.
The video. So we launched it on Musicoin first, and then we spread it everywhere. And having it on Musicoin, that increased our income. But the whole project, the track, the beat, the video, all the artists who were there, the graffiti artists, the b-boy, the production team, we were all paid by crypto to make this project. And that's the power of blockchain. You know, that's the power of it. You know, you can monetize, you can fund you don't need to go crowdfunding and take shares or you pay memberships or whatever. You just go out there and fund your stuff. And,
so let me
say
this to all the listeners right now. If you'd like an opportunity to collaborate through the blockchain with DJ Lethal Skillz, make sure you stay tuned. We got a few more minutes left in the show, and we are going to give you an opportunity. It's very exciting, and it's very easy thanks to the Musicoin technology. So now I want to ask you kind of like to join us and make some announcements about Musicoin in general, and let's just all do like a hyper fast feedback round about some of the things happening, right? So first off, you about to go to Beirut in Dubai, right? So just finishing off your piece, what are you doing in Beirut in Dubai?
Yeah, I'm traveling tomorrow. I'm going for 5 weeks, a journey, and that was the first. I'm going to catch up with my family. I got booked for a gig. I'm going to be performing next Friday in Beirut and the opening for a new big venue. It hosts like 800 people. So I'm gonna go like, you know, do my DJ side of things, rock the party, and I might have a gig in Egypt, and then I'm gonna stop in Dubai. And in the back of all of that, I'm hosting Musicoin workshop in every place I'm doing, or multiple workshops when I'm there. And I'm very excited because honestly, since I started my journey on the blockchain, I was not in the Middle East. So this is the first time after a year and a half I'm going back to my hometown within blockchain knowledge and all the things that I've been doing on blockchain, and I'm going to share that with my people. So I have no freaking idea how they're going to accept it. Are they going to understand what I'm talking about? Or they say, what the fuck? I don't know. Peep, sorry for that. I have no idea, but I'm excited to go and spread the word and show them Musicoin and show them what we're doing and what artists are making out of Musicoin.
And that's really what we should all be doing. You're not doing one or the other, you know, and that's everyone on this call, right? So you're representing all of us. You're making all of us affirming our life. We all do music for a living, and we
100%.
educate and help others for a living. We didn't have to compromise. So that's why we're on this call. This is what our community is about. So thank you for doing that.
Well,
So let's get into let's get into some of these other issues about Musicoin right now. So we got Ether Wallet, we got Scouting for Girls, we got Lala Sue, we got the competition, we got a few things. Let's do a lightning focus round. So first of all, Ether Wallet, go. What's your thoughts, everybody?
I mean, I think it's a great integration. I mean, I personally don't use my Ether Wallet.
Okay.
I don't have one set up, but it also what the point that I like about this article, I'll pull up the article so the people can see. It says Musicoin integration on my Ether Wallet, including treasure support.
Okay.
So the treasure wallet is something that I'm excited about because that's a cold storage wallet. Okay. So that's a wallet that you can unplug, you know, from the computer, and now it's offline and your coins are safe on like this little mini USB. It looks like a little mini USB.
I like that.
So, you know, and I have a treasure wallet, you know, so now I'm like, oh, I can put my Musicoin on. I can cold storage. It could be offline.
You can just send it to Ether Wallet, put it on treasure automatically.
Yes.
Take it offline.
So that's something that I'm definitely excited about because, you know, you want to be able to protect your asset. You want to be able to protect your coins.
So this compares, like, for example, the one, I have a couple different wallets. The one that I used was Coinami recently, where I took my coin, I sent it right from the Musicoin website straight to Coinami instead of going through another wallet. And then from there, I transferred it to Bitcoin and took out the money. So this would kind of be like how I could send it to my phone with Coinami, but a little bit beyond that, right? Because it would no longer be connected. Once it's on Coinami or these other apps, it's still on their website, right? It's on their exchange.
Yes. No.
Okay.
When you connect to the treasure wallet, it's like, for example, you're on the Coinami. That's online. They call that a hot wallet. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta log in and it's always there.
So there's hot and cold.
Yeah, so this would be cold where it's like you're unplugging. In order for me to access my coins now, I have to plug it into the computer, open up the application, put in, you know, go through the passwords and everything like that. So that's why it's a much safer thing, especially if you're holding long term. You know what I'm saying?
But now, could you lose if it's in a cold wallet? If something happens to that USB, do you lose your coins, or is it backed up, or what?
That's a great question. I have to look that up.
If you lose it, you're dead.
Yeah,
so hit us in the comments if you have any ideas on that.
Saying, like, give me an example. Like if I take that treasure wallet and somebody runs over it with a car or something like that, and it gets thrown out the window. And
I mean, but we could leave it up to the listeners. Hit us back by the next episode. Post comments on this video, and we'll talk about what to do if someone runs over your cold wallet. So let's go on to the next topic. Scouting for Girls and Lala Sue. What can y'all tell us about Scouting for Girls and Lala Sue?
I mean, Scouting for Girls. Actually, I'm not familiar with them. Who's familiar with them?
I sort of know who they are. Yeah. Yeah, I'm trying to be nice. Yeah.
But the thing is,
I told some friends of mine about this, and they laughed because they were like, "Scouting for Girls" are like the worst cheesy band. Yeah,
oh, they did. Okay.
Yeah. So like, I know their name, but apparently they're really bland. Yeah. So,
well, I'm so there. There's a great.
But let me tell you something. It's good for mass adoption. It's good to have all kind of music. They have fans, and they're gonna come to Musicoin to check out Scouting for Girls.
Yes.
And here you go.
Yeah.
I mean that's the plus side, and that's what I mean. Look, they're a 3-time platinum certified British band. You know, that they have fans. They have.
There's some.
Musicoin is for everybody. Musicoin is for Musicoin is for the kids, like Wu-Tang.
Hold on.
Have sold
platinum certified.
1.5 million.
No, sure, man. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that. Don't listen to them, but I'm just saying
No, like somebody obviously plays their music.
Yes. Exactly. No, they are a mainstream band. They are a mainstream band.
So you've heard of them. You're just not in that genre, but you've heard of them over there in the UK.
Yeah, I mean they've been going quite a few years. So you know, so I mean, I think it's a good. To be honest, it sounds like it's a good little thing for them. A little sort of different way.
Then this is our lightning round question to CW. Okay, we gotta put you in the hot seat.
Yeah, go on.
You're online. You're hot right now by Puff's definition, right? Spice Girls or Scouting for Girls?
Spice Girls every time, mate. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like seriously, music's better, more attitude, and Spice Girls every time.
So who's the next artist? Sue, right? What's her name?
Yeah.
No, this was an article in the Billboards, once again helping out for mass adoption. This is just a Billboard article speaking about many artists, but yes, once again, Musicoin was mentioned in this article. So, there's millions of people that can be reading this article.
And where's Lala out of? She's out of Hong Kong, Britain.
Yeah, let's say in Eggplant, who are among major winners at the 20.
That's Taiwan.
Okay, she's out of Taiwan.
Yeah.
Dope.
So they're in the Asian music industry right there, Like, so there's a lot of people that could be looking at this article, but there you go. Musicoin gets dropped. Once again, that's gonna help out for more adoption. So it's being picked up. It's being picked up from places. Shout out to Daniel. Daniel was at the GMA in Thailand last week. So I mean that right there was another great move, a powerful move.
So at least in other countries, Musicoin is actually helping these artists get more plays and traction to the point where they're getting Billboard and major recognition.
There you go.
All right.
What else you wanted to cover?
Okay, so real quick, I just want to talk about some of the competition, right? We're always interested in supporting technology, supporting music. That's what Musicoin is about. But obviously, there's other cryptos that claim to do this. A lot of cryptos are trying to scam, as we talked about before, just like when the internet first came out. But some are legitimate, right? Yeah. So what are your thoughts on these other kind of Musicoin type sites that we hear popping up?
Who is this directed to?
And stay tuned because we have a special opportunity in a minute.
Yeah, we can make this. On the next episode, we're definitely gonna go in a little bit more detail on this topic. But I feel like with all, I don't even see I don't see it as competition. I don't think, you know what I'm saying? I think the more platforms we have, the merrier for as an artist. I'm speaking from an artist point of view, not
I agree with you.
An ambassador for Musicoin, an artist point of view, the more platforms that have a cryptocurrency attached to, whether for utility purpose or the streaming purposes, it's the more the merrier, the better it is for all of the artists around the world. I like the fact that Musicoin is leading the way as far as having a platform in use right now that you can use it, cash out, see that it works, and you're not waiting on,
that's what we'll talk about next time. Like, I do think it's kind of funny where I hear somebody's like, well, Musicoin doesn't do this and Musicoin doesn't do that yet. And it's like Musicoin just started and it's already doing so much. And you go to these sites that they're posting this, and they don't even have like an ICO, or you know what I mean, or they're trying to do an ICO.
They're trying to do ICO, right?
And you can't put your song up, you can't get paid yet. I will say this about Musicoin: it pays automatically. It pays on the same day, right? All the other platforms, they take like 3, 4, sometimes 8 months before you get the money from it, right? A lot of people don't realize this until you're an artist trying to make your living off it. That's when you realize, oh, it takes 4 months to get paid. 2, they're usually estimates. So they'll say your estimated pay from this and that. Musicoin, you know exactly what it is that day and what you're getting paid, right? 3, not only is it transparent and paying right away, you can take the money out right away, right? Very simply. So it's you know, people are like, well, is it money or is it coin? It's the same thing. If you're on any of these music platforms, you don't have cash. You have cash promised to you on that platform, and you have to transfer it out to a bank. And it's the same way with Musicoin. So those are things we all know. Our challenge to the listeners would be, hey, if you see another platform that is doing what Musicoin is doing, let us know so we could shout it out on our next episode. We definitely want to see who else is.
I just want to add one thing.
Skillz made a good point earlier on. You said it's just like the early days of the internet, and that's what I see with all the crypto stuff now. To me,
and I think it's good to have alternative platforms because there'll be competition and everybody will push to become better. We don't want them to feel comfortable. No.
Well, that's the thing. Yeah, I know. It's not like a sport where you like hold yourself to one thing, man.
Perfect example is Volareo. Volareo is another crypto right now that has created a product that goes along with Musicoin. You know, different company, but
at the moment it's all balancing. It's all people working it out. Like I said, it's like the early days of the internet where it's like Netscape or this or that, or there's all these guys competing.
Did you say Netscape?
I did rock the Netscape. Yeah, man.
Oh my God. Yeah. Netscape Navigator.
Yo, nobody was messing with
Netscape never loaded, man. Netscape didn't even load, yo.
Yeah, I know, man. Yeah. Yeah, well, you know, Lethal Skillz dropped the ICQ earlier on, man. I hadn't heard that for like
Oh my God, yeah, the ICQ bomb.
Yeah, I know, man.
The MRC chat rooms. That's where it all started.
Yeah.
Shout out Elena in the chat. She just reminded us of the Volareo founder is going to be on next week.
Yes.
Nice.
Cool.
There you go.
So
actually, I just had an interview with Volareo on the website, and I talked about Musicoin, and Volareo are great. I'm very happy to see, like, you know, we're working with them, and a lot of cool things coming up. This year is going to be hot.
All right, dope. So let's round it off, and we're going to go to the promised surprise opportunity. As you know, or as you don't know, we didn't get to talk about everything. Obviously, Lethal Skillz DJ, follow him on Musicoin Instagram. He's doing a lot of things, and he's open to sharing, as we all are. He's not just doing it for himself, but trying to help the whole community. But he became involved in the blockchain because of a contest and an opportunity to collaborate. And we want to extend in that same spirit an opportunity to you. So DJ Lethal Skillz is going to upload an unfinished beat to his Musicoin page, which Pup has up on the screen right now. And if you're watching this live, it's okay. We'll be archived. Just go to the Musicoin YouTube channel, Musicoin Plays, episode 1 of season 2. And on DJ Lethal Skillz website that you see before you, he's going to have an unfinished beat uploaded. We'd like everybody in the next couple days to go download that track right off of Musicoin, okay? Add your own part to it, whether you're a rapper, a bass player, whatever you think would go on that track, and we're going to layer it in. DJ Lethal Skillz is going to put the parts that he thinks works the best, upload it to the track. Now, a cool part of this is when you download his part and re-upload your part, you just put 50% to DJ Lethal Skillz, 50% to me. No, I'm just kidding. 50% in the smart contract. It's very simple when you upload it. Put 50% to DJ Lethal Skillz, 50% to yourself, right? And then just tag him on his page, put a comment on the track and say, hey, check my page, I got a remix. And that's how we'll all be able to listen to you, and you'll be getting paid while we're listening to what you added to the track.
What up?
DJ Lethal Skillz profile is in the description. The link to his profile is in the description
of this video.
Facts.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you.
All right. I mean, let's how do we wrap this up? I mean, that was
Spice up your life. Spice up your life. Drop that in.
You know, we just had another great episode setting off the season 2. Season 2. How many seasons we gonna have? I think we just go keep going.
Can I just say it's been really good to have Lethal Skillz on, man. That's been really interesting. Like, there's some really good stuff, you know. Really
great to be on the show.
Yeah, when can you come back? Let's set up for another time.
Send me some Arabic grime. I want to hear it, man. I want to hear it.
Yeah. I'll bounce your way some stuff.
I want to hear it. I really want to hear it. All sorts of stuff. Yeah.
So make sure you go follow DJ Lethal Skillz. The link is in the description. And also sign up for your free Musicoin profile. Download the song. Be on the lookout for the song, the unfinished beat that he's going to put up so we all can collab. I want to see what you come up with. I can't wait. We're going to talk about it here on MC Plays next week, 2 p.m. Eastern. Once again, we'll be back with Volareo. What is the Volareo co-founder, Nick? So, you know, we're going to be interviewing him, talking about their product and how this integrated with Musicoin. What else before I miss anything, before we go?
That's it. We on time.
We on time.
That's it, man.
That's it.
We're under 3 hours.
Play that I Need track, raise money for the nonprofit. Play my track, raise money for me. Peace.
No,
What up?
MC Plays.
Peace and love. MC Plays, and we is out.